Please turn off your cell phones. We'll start with a statement from Coach Riley, and then I'll have questions directed at the student athletes. We'll excuse them and then go with Coach again. Rich, give us an overview, please.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. We knew that it would be. I mean, Stephen F. Austin's the flagship of our conference, and to be the man, you got to beat the man, is what they say, and that was certainly the case tonight. We came in here. Obviously we're a little bit undermanned with Sadler out, but they got a heck of a team. They got a way of making you not play real well. I mean, our percentages were the lowest it's been all year offensively, and they did a nice job of forcing us into some tough ones and defending us at the rim. They defended us at the rim without fouling better than any team we've played all season. And, I tip my hat to them. Coach Keller is a phenomenal defensive coach, and they did a very, very good job guarding us. And, in the end, we made our run there, but we just couldn't make enough plays to turn the corner.
Okay, I have questions now for the student athletes. And we'll get a mic to you. Brandon.
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. Question for both of you guys. You're 6-31 in the first half. Was there a point in time where you felt that, once the shots weren't falling, that you guys were pressing a little bit more than usual?
Lafayette.
I would say, it's part of basketball. Like my coach just said, they defended us very well. They defended us better than most teams do defend us. So they caused us into some tough shots, and they didn't fall. But at the end of the day, I felt like we kept playing as a family. And in order to score, you have to put the ball in the air. So we just didn't make enough of them.
Roddy.
I felt like we did at times. It's kind of hard, to adjust without playing with Sadler, because like Coach said, he's kind of like the heart, and he does all the tough things. So you got to adjust the way you play, and teams, they change in the way you play. So I think early we did at times take a couple wild shots, but I think that we kept fighting and we kept playing, and we weren't really too focused on our shot selection. We were more focused on our defensive and rebounding. So it didn't fall in our favor, the percentages and everything, but it didn't take anyone confidence or anything.
Once again, Brandon.
Lafayette, you guys, when you make the run in the second half to cut it to 5. Was there a point? Was that the point where you guys felt like you were finally getting into a rhythm offensively?
Yeah, definitely, for sure, because it all started with defense. We started to turn them over and speed them up, and shots started falling, and yeah, that was pretty much the time where we found a pretty good rhythm.
And Ken.
Question for you, Roddy. After you got within 5 and they started pulling away, how difficult was it for you guys to try to continue maintaining that momentum offensively after getting so close?
Well, we try to just use our defense and transfer it to offense. So that was our main focus. When we get stops and we get turnovers, it turns into easy buckets. And during that stretch of the game, we were getting stops and turnovers, and it was transferring to easy buckets. Once they get to the foul line and things like that, it kind of slowed us down a little bit because we have to take the ball out and everything like that. But we try to we generate our offense all year off our defense. It's kind of like how Stephen F. is. So like Coach said, it just worked in their favor this game.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, guys. Congratulations on a great season. Thank you. You can take your name cards too if you like.
Might do it, or they want to ask me something?
No, we're going to ask you questions. Okay, questions for Richie. Start with Brandon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Coach, was there anything that they did differently to you guys tonight compared to the first time you saw them in the regular season?
Yeah, the first time, the adjustment they made, they switched a lot of ball screens. And the first time we played them, they trapped a lot of ball screens. And traditionally, they've been a team that traps a lot of the majority of ball screens. So, we kind of anticipated that watching them against Central Arc and down the stretch. And, we didn't do a good enough job taking advantage of it. We got our best handler, our best attack guy in Peters, matched on Holyfield or one of their other big guys. And, they were tremendous at playing with verticality. Holyfield had 8 blocks. It was it's one of those. The verticality is a new rule, and you either get it or you don't. It depends on the crew. And tonight, he did a great job of being vertical, and they were not calling those.
Coach, outside of tonight, I mean, do you want to just take a step back and kind of just give us your feeling on the whole season in general? Just obviously one of the best seasons Nichols had in a while or ever. I mean, just how could you sum up the whole year?
I'm glad that you asked that. It's been really special. I told my crew in there, number one, I told them how much I love them, and these guys came and took a chance on a 33-year-old head coach who had never called his own timeout. That whole team is our team. We inherited one guy, Steve Revichowski was here when we got here, but he stayed, in a climate where a lot of guys transfer. And I told him we wanted to change the program when we recruited these guys. And I just now told them, I said, you did. Like, you guys came here and you trusted me and you changed the program. And not only that, but they helped a young coach kind of learn on his way. And having a special group like that is just, I can't tell you how unbelievably blessed I was to have these guys in our program and how thankful I am for what they did for our program.
Okay. Isaac?
To piggyback on that just a little bit, I mean, can you talk about kind of how the league as a whole seems to have gotten better, I guess, over the last few years? Is it fair to say there are more good teams today than there were in this tournament maybe 2 or 3 years ago?
There's no question. I've only coached in the league for 2. This is my second year, but just compared to last year, and I'm a college basketball junkie, so I'm familiar with the Southland. Even when I was at Clemson and UAB and all those places, but the depth in our league is drastically underappreciated across the country. And it has to do with all this, the RPIs. We get beat up in the RPI because we have a lot of teams in our league that have to play big money games. I mean, we play $400,000 worth of money games at least every year. And a lot of teams in our league have to do the same, especially on the Louisiana side. So our league gets drugged down a little bit because some guys get beat up. But we had as much, if not more, than the majority of non-Power 5 leagues of 20-win teams. We had great non-conference wins. Our league went on the road and won some huge non-conference games. And then just the parity. Last year, 13 won our league outright. New Orleans won the regular season outright with 13. We had 3 teams that were above that this year. I just think it's a statement to the leadership of our league from the top and the coaches. We have great coaches in our league all the way from top to bottom. The coaches in our league are really good at what they do.
Okay, over here. Comment?
Coach, just talk about like the foundation that y'all were able to build this year, for the future of the Nichols men's basketball program.
Yeah, we did, and I think winning cures a lot of things. I think winning helps recruiting. I think winning helps your fan base want to come watch you play. I think it helps you build a program. I believe that. A lot of guys talk about when they take over a job, a 3 to 4 year plan. Sometimes it don't get to 3 or 4 years. And, my plan when I got here was we wanted to build a winner as quick as we could, and we wanted to build a program. And we were able to accomplish both those things this year. I mean, we lose a lot of guys. We lose Sadler and Peters and Rutledge and Powell and Jackson and Roberton. We lose a lot of guys, but we return 2 starters that are freshmen that played key minutes for us. Kevin Johnson led us in minutes played. And it allows your recruiting to improve. I mean, just, people want to come play for a winner. And, us being co-champs in this league and the type of year that we had, it's, we built a program. And, I'm excited about that because we built a program at a place when I took this job that people said it couldn't be done. Nobody believed that Nichols could ever have a chance to win a regular season title. When Coach Broussard did it in 1998 and went to a tournament, it was phenomenal. And it's been a long time since 1998. I asked our kids one day in practice when we were getting ready to play Northwestern State to win the regular season or to clinch a share of the regular season. I asked them, we're playing 1998 music like DMX and all this. Like, they didn't know who it was. But I asked them, how old are you guys? We had a lot that weren't born, and the oldest was like 3 years old in 98. So the answer to the question is, we have built a program, and I'm so proud of that. And again, the credit goes to our kids. It goes to, the guys that I have on my staff. I'm lucky and blessed to be around these guys every day and what they've helped do for our program.
Okay, any more questions for Coach Riley? I appreciate you.
Thank you guys so
Congratulations on
much.
the
I
year.
appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
You're still going to be playing.
Thank you.
Okay.